Hey everyone. So it's been a long time since I put out my last video. But I wanted to do one now before things kind of get hectic within the next few weeks. I just got back from Florida. Like I landed like an hour ago. So an hour and a half ago. So I wanted to put out this video because number one, it's been way too long, and I have decent lighting. So, and for New York winters, having a sunny day is always a great thing. So, anyway, my cat is right next to me. So, if you see a paw or you see a cat scurry by, it's because Chester likes to make an appearance. Don't you? Don't give me that look. I know. I'm the crazy cat lady. Anyway, so I'm drinking my green juice. It's just carrot, apple, kale, cucumber. I wanted to get rid of the vegetables that were in my refrigerator. So anyway, let's get down to why I'm making this video. So, as I mentioned before, about 2 months ago, I said that I will be getting breast reduction surgery and that I was waiting to have some things go through because I had to have a couple of medical procedures beforehand. And so everything's gone through, and yay, it's been approved. I am beyond excited. It's gonna mean a lot of huge changes in my life. But I just want to answer a few questions that I know that I would have wanted to know about before going through it, or at least waiting to hear if it was approved or not by your insurance company, because from what I've learned, breast reduction surgery is not the type of surgery that is easily approved. You need to have a lot of evidence as to show the insurance company that yes, the size of my breast is, I guess, put a dampening on my life or the quality of my life. And so for me, when I got an x-ray done on my back, they found that I had minor scoliosis, which I always knew there was something weird with my back just because the size of my chest has always caused me to like hunch over because of the insecurities that I always felt. And I think it was my way of my body kind of compensating for the weight. So, and on top of that, when I was a young child, I developed very early. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a history. It's not an embarrassing history, but it's very honest. And so I developed really early, which I don't think my mom, because I grew up in a single parent home, I don't think my mom knew how to handle. Excuse for the hat, but my hair looks horrible right now. I'm growing it out. But anyway, let me not go off topic. So yeah, I developed really early. I was like maybe a 36C by the time like 7th or 8th grade came around, which is young. Which is young. Now, I was never a slim child. I was always a little bit on the thicker side. I was not overweight, but I was definitely bigger than the rest of my classmates. And so it was hard for my mom to deal with just because she's always been a very slender woman, and everyone on my mom's side has always been very, very thin. And so I didn't get that gene, unfortunately. I didn't get that gene. So yeah, I came out thicker, larger, curvier at like 12, which is, I mean, it's weird to deal with when you're that young and you're that size. You don't know, you're getting the wrong attention. Guys think certain things of you. Older men always looked at me a little funny, even like when I was 13 and 14 and I had the body of like a grown 21-year-old woman. So yeah, growing up with that was very difficult for me emotionally. Um, it was very hard to deal with. I didn't know how to dress my body. I didn't know how to feel comfortable in my body because both my mom and my brother were very slim. My mom grew up my mom told me several times that she didn't have the body that I did when she was a child. She was very, very thin. So it was weird. It was weird. It was hard. It was very difficult. And it's funny. I mean, I'll get to that part later. Buying bathing suits, buying bras was a nightmare. Like, I was guaranteed going to cry when it came to buying a bathing suit. It was mortifying. It was uncomfortable. It was frustrating. I'm seeing these other girls my age and they're buying, cute bikinis and, it works on them, and me with this body that I was like, what is this? And so, yeah, it was hard growing up. And my mom and I made a pact. I think I was living in Middletown by that time. So I was at least, no, let's say between 15 and 16, that we made a pact that if I lost some weight, she would help pay for the surgery. So, it come down a few years later, through my ups and downs with my diet and my exercise and my lifestyle. And now that I've finally lost, a lot of weight from when I was that young, it now the breasts don't work, basically. So they're very uneven. This side is a lot larger than this side. And you couldn't tell when I was younger, but once I lost all the weight, you could really tell. Like, when I would even take pictures, or I could see that one was just like significantly larger than the other. So vis-a-vis, this is why it's given me medical issues, back problems and stuff like that. Yes, I did see a chiropractor years ago. And so when I first started this process, because this is the second time I've gone through this, when I first started this process years ago, let's say this is 2016. So I tried to do this in 2012. And so I was working at a facility as a personal care aide. But I was planning on leaving that job. But a few months before I decided to leave the job, I decided to start the process of getting the breast reduction surgery. And unfortunately, by the time that I found out it was approved, I was planning on, number one, leaving the job, and number two, I was leaving to go to Panama for like 2.5 weeks. And so with a surgery like this, you can't just like up and leave the country, even a week or 2 weeks after it. So they had to say, we can't do it because, you need medical care after the surgery is done. So I left the whole idea for about a few years, actually, because I didn't have health insurance for a while. And then I had health insurance last year, but I didn't like that company. But anyway, so I have health insurance now. Not last year, the year before that, 2014. I got a different insurance company for 2015 and 2016 who I really like. And so we started the whole process over again in 2015. I actually have to thank someone for encouraging me to go back through the process. And so this whole thing started in May. Yeah, let's say May. And yeah, it's how many months later? May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. My cat's looking at my hand. 9 months later, I got the approval and everything sorted out. So the surgery is in 2 weeks. So the way I've been told is that so what they're going to do is around the areola, which is where the nipple is, they do a cut around there. And then they go underneath the breast like a straight T, and then go right where the breast and your chest kind of meet and cut there. They remove the fat, and then at the same time lift the breast up Sorry if this is a bit graphic, but I know that people out there that might want to, women that are out there that might want to know how it works. I'm just describing it so you guys can kind of be prepared. So that's what they do. Right now, I don't know what size I am just because of the unevenness. And the other thing is, once I lost a lot of my weight and built up a lot of muscle here, I became very flat here. So I'm going to guesstimate and say I'm like a 32 triple D, maybe. I don't know again because they're so, I mean, when I say they're extremely uneven, they're extremely uneven. So I'm going to say I'm about a 32 triple D, maybe not. I don't know. I have bras of all different sizes. So yeah. So I'll go down from that to like a BC range. Now, personally, I don't care how small it is. Just make it as small as it fucking can be because I just don't want to deal with it anymore because I'm like 30 years old and I've had these breasts forever. They just don't fit my body that I have now. And then, like, exercising is tough, you know, trying to find a legit sports bra to handle these when I'm trying to do like burpees or like box jumps or, you know, anything where I have to like do a lot of movement. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know how much I love plyo work, jump lunges, jump squats, you know, all those kinds of things. It's difficult when you have this, not in the way, but when it's dampering your physical performance. And I can genuinely call myself a very athletic person. I feel as though I am. And so these kind of hinder that. Now, you know, of course, these things weren't part of what my doctor sent to my insurance company. The insurance company, I'm assuming, approved the surgery because of the medical implications, like my scoliosis and the unevenness and whatever else that is there. So that's basically the process. It's going to be an overnight surgery. Not overnight, sorry. It's a 4-hour surgery. I will have to stay overnight. I will be having drains for the excess fluid. I'm assuming like lymphatic fluids or whatever that is in that area. I'll have drains on for like a week. And then after that, I can go back to work. I just can't lift my arms above shoulder height. So this means I really won't be able to do much working out for like most of the month of February, which is killing me. But whatever. I want to make sure that I recover well and healthy and I have to attribute my diet for keeping me as healthy as possible. And I know that's going to help in the healing and recovery process. You know, eating a good diet, a high carb, low fat vegan diet, lots of greens, just, you know, staying hydrated a lot since I won't be able to do much physical activity. I probably will try to do like a lot of walking, maybe not running, which will suck also. But I'll definitely try, you know, go to the gym and just do a lot of running. I mean, walking, maybe some bicycling, depends. So yeah, that's basically what's happening with me right now. To say I'm excited and the changes that will occur, not just physically, but mentally, is going to be outstanding. To all my bigger ladies, you know, I love you. If you love your body and you love the way it looks and you feel sexy as fuck, then do you. But for me personally, I just never felt that my breast size fit me. And not with the way that my lifestyle is. It just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. And so, you know, I have had a lot of support. One of my closest friends, he's been so supportive of this whole thing, you know, and yeah, it's going to mean a lot of changes. And then, hello, new bathing suits, bikinis, string bikinis. Like, I could never imagine wearing that. Like, that's going to be crazy, you know, new bras, which I'm so excited. That's another thing. Swelling will take about a year to go down, which is, I think, pretty common knowledge amongst women that have had this done. But after the first 3 months, my surgeon said I could buy new bras, which is going to be great. I know I've heard some girls' YouTube videos that they said they don't ever go back to wireless because of it's just too much pain, which is fine by me because personally I hate wearing a fucking bra. I can't stand wearing bras. I don't like it. If I can get away with not wearing a bra, I don't wear a bra, even now at this size. So not having to wear a bra even after this surgery is going to be great, but you know, I'm probably sure I'll have to wear one anyway just to help with the healing process. So how long is this? 17:37. Okay, so yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to get this out there now because I don't know when I'll be able to. Other big news, I'm coming out with my ebook. It's definitely coming out next month. It really is almost done. I know I said, so I have a lot of great recipes. I have a few like kind of health coaching exercises in there so that you kind of, so whoever, you know, those who buy it can kind of experience what it's like to work with me as a health coach. Which I really wanted to make this book not just be a recipe book, but like a guide of what I would have wanted as a vegan, or just giving you information of what it's like for me and how I've been able to eat the way that I do and stay motivated and work out constantly and develop a better relationship with food. Just because I feel that that's so vitally important, and my views on intuitive eating, which is the way that I feel we should all eat, is intuitively. I don't believe in counting macros or calories. That's just how I feel. So this is kind of what that book is about. As far as exercise, I was going to add in workout ideas, but what I think I'm going to do in that section is I'm just going to put in the workouts that I do, my diehard belief on how important it is to exercise consistently and do things that you love, and don't listen to the mass. Do what you truly love. So that's probably what's going to be the part of workouts. There will be a few workout ideas, like I'm going to give you an example of a HIIT workout that I love to do, a strength training workout that I love to do, my view on running and all types of cardio. We all know I love running, huge thing in my life. Side note, half marathon. I just signed up for a half marathon in June. I'm super excited for it. So, you know, after the surgery and being able to go out to run without this extra weight is going to be fucking awesome. So yeah, that's what this book is about. I also have a newsletter out that I just put out in January. So please sign up for it. I think it's really cool. The February one is just about done because I wanted to get it done early, just so I can get it out of the way. The February newsletter is going to have, you know, kind of like a Valentine's Day theme around food. And it's also going to have a sneaky peek recipe from the ebooks. It's going to be in the newsletter, but the only way you can get that is if you sign up for the newsletter. What you'll also get is the release date of the ebook. And I might even get my subscribers for the newsletter a percentage off of the ebook. As far as the pricing of the ebook, I don't know. I do know I don't want to make it too expensive because I don't believe in limiting the masses on knowledge. You know, I don't want to make it for free because it's cost me a bit of money to produce this, you know, along with making the food and putting out the recipes and just my time in general, but it's definitely not going to be overpriced, and I promise you that. So yeah, we are 20:57. Okay, so I am like exhausted because I've been up since like 4 o'clock in the morning, and this green juice is giving me a little bit more energy than I thought. But anyway, so, and I'm waking my cat. He's just laying here. What's up, Chester? He's just looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. Anyway, so yeah, this is the rant of my breast reduction surgery. I will definitely be doing an after. I'm going to be doing a lot of updates, probably here video-wise, of the whole process that I'm going through, because I really want to share this with people, because I know that there's other girls that are probably going through this or considering it and would want to know what it's like to actually go through the process. I found quite a few videos on YouTube about breast reduction surgery and what they went through, but I want mine to be a little bit more in depth so that You know, if there's another girl that comes across this and they're like, oh, let me find out what it's like, what happened for them, you know, they can have an idea of how the whole process goes. If you want more information on exactly how my before process went, like, you know, getting the doctor, getting the surgeon, what is sent out to the insurance company, stuff like that, please let me know. Leave a comment below. Yeah, that's really it. So if you can't tell, I'm so excited. I mean, it's going to be the change of a lifetime that I don't even want to cry. It's the change that I've been dying for. And if you know me, I wasn't expecting to cry, sorry. If you know me, you know how serious this is for me, and I could not be any more grateful to be given this opportunity. I know some people are like, it's just a surgery, but if you've never been in my position, you would not understand. If you have been, then you understand how serious it is. So anyway, no more crying. I need to take a nap because I'm like on speed right now. Not literally. I think it's the green juice. And so yeah, so I love everybody who watches my videos. Thank you so much. Please sign up for the newsletter so you can find out about the ebook and all that good shit. Love you all. Bye.